are
Major League Pickleball.
We are MLP.
We are Major League Pickleball.
We are MLP. We are MLP. We are MLP.
All right, we are here back at MLP Orlando. This is going to be the semifinals between Chicago Slice and the Atlanta Bouncers. And here with Megan Dazan.
This is the first semifinal match. There's going to be, it's best 2 out of 3 for these teams. We're going to be having women going first. Michelle Esquivel is filling in for Allison Harris.
15 seconds. I have Atlanta serving on my right.
I expect a lot of firepower coming from Michelle and Megan.
Yeah, I think we're going to be having a pretty fiery match here. Susanna Barr can get pretty pumped up, Emily Ackerman as well.
Oh yeah, same with Michelle Esquivel and Megan Fudge. Lots of yelling, lots of come-ons.
Oh yeah, they get in your face a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Makes it that much more exciting.
New Vulcan ball, game 1. Time in, 0-0.
Wow, great first point for these ladies moving the ball around.
Also, one thing to notice, usually we see Emily Ackerman on the left and Susanna on the right, but they've chosen today to maybe switch it up a little bit. They've been playing quite a few matches
Side out, point 1.
recently, so maybe they're, I don't know. I think they're, I don't know what the game plan there is.
Probably just trying to give them a different look.
Point. Two, 1.
So here's the format today, gameplay. Games played to 25, win by 2. You have rally scoring points 1 on every rally. You must win the game on your serve. And if we split with the men's and women's doubles and the mixed, you go to a dream breaker, first to 21 on that.
Side out, point 3. Three, 2. Point. 4-2.
Just say, hey, you're live and you're in my ear for some reason. It's a great speed up by Michelle Esquivel, catching Emily on the left shoulder. out exactly what Susanna Barr was trying to do there. A little bit windy here. Ball is definitely moving around, not really, kind of there, what you're expecting.
Yeah, sometimes it holds in the air like it did on that one.
Yeah, I'm seeing, very aggressive from the slice right now. A lot of drives, a lot of aggression. It's really paying off for him right now.
Yeah, a lot of times it's necessary with the wind to be aggressive and use your drives. It's hard to hit perfect drops.
8-2.
Wow, great defense. Wow, Chicago slice right now just absolutely just scrapping these points out.
Timeout at Manila. 9-2. 1 minute.
Smart timeout to stop the momentum.
And the score is 9-2 for New.
9-2 for Chicago slice.
Chicago, you have 1 timeout. Is that
I can hear you.
time in? 9-2. Side out. Point 3. 3-9. Side out. Point 10.
Very well built point there for Chicago slice. Oh, unlucky off the net.
Chicago slice staying aggressive here, not letting up. Atlanta bouncers really need to try and claw their way back.
Side out. Point 4.
And bouncers get it back with the let core going their way.
4-11.
4-11.
Side out. Point 12.
And I think this wind is really playing a factor now. It's kind of
12-4.
swirling all over. Bouncers seem to be struggling just a little bit. We'll see if the side switch may help.
Side out. Point 5. 5-12.
It's a great put away there by Michelle Esquivel to get the lead. Get the 13. We're going to switch sides. We'll see if this wind is a little bit different. Bouncers struggling a bit, but working their way back. We'll be right back here in Orlando MLP.
not that
7.
high, so Emily's trying to force it maybe a little too early.
Side out, 8. 8-17.
So good. So good.
9-17.
No, I know, but wow.
Just a little wide. Great defense by Megan just to get that ball back over, giving Susanna just another
18.
extra shot.
You. Yep. You. Go, go, go. Yeah.
Ooh.
Susanna Barr keep finding that left side of Megan Fudge. She knows she's gonna slide.
Yeah, that
great
one
job.
that one was just the perfect spot. Just
Yep.
couldn't even get a paddle on it.
10-18.
Yeah.
19-10. Oh, point.
Let's see if the bouncers can string together a couple points.
11-19. Point.
It's a great eye by Susanna Barr. Bouncers inching their way back, first to 25. You got to win on your serve.
12-19.
Still a decent deficit. They're going to have to string it together. A couple pretty good points coming up.
A little confusion in the middle, like you said. They're usually playing on the opposite sides, so they're gonna have to keep communicating for the middle.
Great hands by Megan Fudge, but too good by Susanna. Susanna Barr is doing a great job of just being ultra aggressive, really smart, moving the ball around, and just keeps going
13-19.
all out at Megan Fudge.
Go ahead.
Wind is really picking up right now.
Oh, unlucky off the net for the bouncers. It's a great speed up by Michelle Esquivel with that two-handed backhand in the middle.
Go, Bud. Come on. Come on. Come on.
20-13.
Chicago Slice looking to run away with it. Ooh.
Side out, point.
A
14.
little wild by Michelle Esquivel, but I like the idea. She needs to stay aggressive. In this format, it's really important to
14-20.
stay on the gas pedal when you're ahead like this.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. People usually let up, and that's when matches are lost, when you just kind of stop playing your game.
Yes, it's easy to get tight in this
Foot
format.
fault, left foot's on the line. Slide out, point 21.
Sometimes you have to force yourself to be overly aggressive, you know, just so you can get your feet moving
21.
and kind of keeps you in the moment.
Yeah, have to
21-14.
fake it a bit. You know,
Definitely.
especially when the nerves start creeping in, the adrenaline starts pumping. You gotta stay aggressive. Great
Side out,
location
point
by
15.
Susanna Barr, right down at the feet of Michelle Esquivel.
15.
With this format, anything's possible. It's usually,
15,
you know,
21.
with it, if it's a little more than an 8-point deficit, you're almost kind of a little bit out of it. It's pretty tough to come back, but a couple
It's
points.
happened.
Yeah, it definitely has happened. That's for sure.
Side out, point 22.
You got to play really good. The opponent's got to play a little bit bad. But bouncer's got to be careful to
22-15.
kind of stop the bleeding here. Oh, great location by Susanna Barr. She's been on fire on that left side, just really being super aggressive, putting the ball away.
16.
See if the bouncers can kind of inch their way back here.
16-22. Good call. Right foot steps to the line. Coming out, point 23.
God, she was expecting that forehand counter. And it ended up going to the left side, and she just was just a little bit out of position, forcing that kitchen fault.
Point.
Great initial take, though, by Emily Cedarquist in the middle. Just a little too much on that second shot.
24-16.
And that's it for game one. The Chicago Slice women take it. Now we've got the men's teams coming out. Anderson Scarpa is filling in for Jaume Martinezvich, and he's playing alongside Todd Fote. The other team on the Chicago Slice is Wyatt Stone and Jack Monroe. I love watching Jack play. He is such a creative player. He can switch from his right hand to his left hand. And is he mostly dominant on his left side?
I think it's more left, but he's got that ambidextrous. He can
Yes.
switch from both sides.
Yeah, his. Unlucky.
Great location, unlucky there in the middle. Slice has got to be careful not to let the bouncers kind of run away with this. You want to try to close this deficit before you start inching your way to 24. There you go. That's kind of the play. I think that Slice is really looking to execute these next couple points.
Side out, point 20.
Anderson just does such a great job getting that backhand down at the feet and behind Wyatt Stone.
Yeah, he's got kind of, he's like, has a little bit of sneaky length to him. He's able to kind of reach in to that kitchen line using that backhand.
point 16.
Great trigger pull from Wyatt, setting up Jack Monroe with that backhand finish there.
16-20.
Wind is pretty swirly out here. Ball is moving around.
Start out, point 21.
Scarpa has just, you know, I feel like a year and a half ago, you know, he was kind of just super consistent, really kind of just
21-16.
dinked a lot, and now he's really stepped up and been working on his game, working on, you know, pulling that trigger, using that backhand flick, being aggressive. It's really has been paying off for him.
Yeah, it's so important today to add offense to our game. The game's speeding up quite a bit, so if you're not, you know, working on things and improving your game, you're going to be left behind. So
Yeah, for sure. Oh.
Good idea.
I like the idea from Jack Monroe. Maybe didn't bounce up quite as much as he was anticipating. But I feel like if you're the slice right now, you gotta kind of just start to create some stuff. Try to be the aggressors, gain a little bit of momentum, and just kind of ride that wave and see if you can string together a bunch of points and try to tie it up here.
There's that dirty backhand counter down behind Wyatt, but Wyatt handled it this time.
Wow.
Scarpa's doing such a great job too. He'll do about 2 or 3 dinks cross court with Wyatt Stone, and then he'll redirect it to Jack to get
23-17.
Todd involved, because Jack's been redirecting it to Todd every time.
Yeah, he's doing a great job of kind of dictating the point. He's kind of the one, you know, taking charge out there, setting up the points, and just kind of, you know, setting up Todd Fote pretty nicely there on the right side, which you don't see that often. Usually it's the left side guy who's, you know, speeding up, pulling the trigger.
Yeah, definitely. Todd loves speeding up with his forehand.
Ooh. Wow. That's in.
Oh,
And Wyatt Stone with the overhead to finish. Great scramble from the Chicago slice there. Wow.
do we think this is a turning point for them after that scramble?
19-23.
I mean, maybe it's a momentum shifter, you know. Wow. Great patience, great ball movement from Wyatt Stone. Just setting that point up perfectly, waiting for that right opportunity to pull the trigger.
20-23.
Perfect play.
Jack Monroe's communicating well with Wyatt too. Right now when he knows he's hit a good drop, he's saying in. Letting his partner know he's hit a safe drop. They can get in.
Oh, unlucky net by Wyatt Stone. You know, they're starting to, the slice is starting to communicate a little better, like Megan, you were saying. It's not easy when you have a lefty-righty combo. You have 2 forehands in the middle, so you really got to communicate on who's going to take that middle ball, who's going to take the middle dink, and even the high put away. Who do you trust more to pull that trigger? I was looking like Joey Saslow out there.
21-24.
Ron and Joey Saslow, some of the team owners of the slice, not here this week, but I know they're watching on TV right now.
All right, within 2.
Timeout Atlanta, 22-24.
And we got a timeout. And we'll take a short break, and we'll be right back here at MLP Orlando.
15 seconds. Atlanta gives 0 timeouts remaining. Chicago gives 1 timeout remaining. Time in. 22-24.
We're back here at Orlando MLP. Chicago Slice really starting to step it up here. They've been playing some good ball. A little bit unlucky there. They got to really stop them right here.
Wow.
Great answer by Jack Monroe. This guy is talented.
What a clutch play and a huge point. If they get this one, we'll tie it up here.
Just a must-win point. Oh, unlucky, just skipped right off the line there for Wyatt Stone. And the bouncers have game point number 2.
24-23.
Oh, off the net. Wow.
The aggression's paying off for Wyatt Stone.
That was risky, very, very risky, but hey, it paid off. And we're all tied up here, 24-24 here in this men's doubles match. See who's gonna pull the trigger first.
Yep, see Scarpa redirecting down the line.
Wow, what an answer by Jack Monroe. Just sitting on that two-handed backhand down the line. Unbelievable answer. And the Slice have the first game point, 25-24.
Just a little low for Wyatt to be speeding up. Todd's waiting for that, so I really think if Wyatt just is a little bit more patient, wait for that opportunity. But we're tied up here, 25-25.
Gotta be patient here.
Such a fine balance of being patient, but also looking for an opportunity to speed up.
Unlucky for the bouncers off the net, but great answer by Jack Monroe. Just ready for that ball. Game point number 2 for Chicago Slice. Wow, and the Chicago Slice take it. Unreal comeback from behind. They were able to string a couple of amazing points. Rock solid there in the end.
Yeah, Jack Monroe with a couple insane responses. His hands truly are incredible, and they came in clutch.
Well, and that just shows in MLP in this format, you know, anything's possible. They were kind of down the entire time, Chicago. And, you know, just a couple points here and there completely shifts the momentum. So, wow, unbelievable match. And that ties, sorry, no, that takes a 2-0 lead for Chicago Slice here, leading into mixed doubles. We'll get our matchups, see what the matchups are, and we'll be right back here at Orlando MLP.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball.
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Ball in my court, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Chefing in my kitchen, got me trying to get my cake up. Thank God for all this time, tell me not straight up.
The quality of our choices affects the quality of our lives. So when it comes to how you move, you choose to see a doctor or the #1 orthopedic specialists in the world, backed by a team who custom tailor your treatment. Do you choose to live with limitations or live life to the fullest by going to the place that's #1 at getting people back to what they love? Choose better, move better. HSS.
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Five, 4. Side out, court 5.
Yeah.
5, 5.
We are tied up here, 5-5. Great shot up the middle by Todd Fote.
Unreal location. He's hit one drive and he's like, why not hit two?
6-5.
Like I said, sometimes in the wind, it's best just to keep driving. It's really hard to hit perfect drops in these conditions.
Wow, great hold there by Emily Cedarquist. Really just kind of read that perfectly from Wyatt Stone, sitting on that forehand. Usually on the right side, you're kind of sitting on that backhand, ready to slide to the right, but she did a good job of just kind of staying put, using that forehand.
And out point 6. 6-8.
Ball just didn't bounce up enough there. I like the speed up, but it's tough on these courts when it's not bouncing up too high.
Point. Eight.
Another great drop by Michelle Esquivel there, getting that ball down, bouncing in the kitchen.
9-8.
Yeah, it seems like her drops are really kicking into Emily Cedarquist.
Side out point 9.
I don't know how that didn't hit Todd Fote. He kind of matrixed his way out of that one.
9.
Yeah, the paddles that Wyatt and Michelle are using are pretty hot, so sometimes you might want to try and let more go than you might with some other paddles. Also with the wind.
10-9.
Great take by Todd Fote. So important in mixed doubles for the guy to be aggressive when your women's doubles partner is coming up to the kitchen. Really help them out.
So interesting question, Megan. As one of the top females in the sport, what do you feel, in mixed? A lot of people say, oh, let the girls play, stop being a ball hog. What do you say to those people who, when girls are like, no, I want the guy taking that forehand in the middle. I want him, taking a little bit more court to be more aggressive.
Yeah, I feel like it just depends on the situation. So I feel like if I'm returning, I want my mixed doubles partner to try and help me out with that fourth ball to really get big in the middle. So there's times where, I want him to stay on, I want my mixed doubles partner to stay on his side, because I've got a great two-handed backhand in the middle. So it just depends on where the ball's at. And but it really puts a lot of pressure on the other team, the women on the other side, if my partner's playing big. So, yeah, the more aggressive, the better. And but you got to communicate. That's what I'd say.
Yeah,
definitely communicate.
Good answer. It's always different. So we have a side switch here. Be right back after this break to finish off this mixed match here in Orlando.
What's your duper?
17-11.
And we're back here in Orlando MLP. Todd Fote to serve. See if the sun has any effect on the slice here on the switch.
Michelle's been doing a really great job moving the ball around, moving her dinks, keeping Todd honest, going behind him.
13.
Chicago trails 12-13. Great speed up by Todd Fote there. Really good kind of trigger pull there to Wyatt's right hip as Todd saw him sitting on that backhand side.
15-12.
Oh,
Great
Great.
hand by Wyatt Stone.
yeah, I thought Todd was coming in hot there, but Wyatt did a great job of just kind of sitting there and holding his ground. Great backhand counter. Great ATP. I don't know how Todd Fote was able to stay out of that kitchen there.
Yeah, very impressive. You can hear Michelle Esquivel on court right now saying yes, yes after every shot Wyatt hits well.
Positive reinforcement.
Positive reinforcement that can also get in the heads of the opponents.
Nope.
Come on, Wyatt. Come on.
15-15.
We're tied up 15-15. Oh, Wyatt Stone was all over that one. Great trigger pull by Todd Fote. Got away with it.
The bouncers need to win this one to be able to get their other mixed team out. Otherwise, the slice will take it 3-0. But we're tied here at 16-all, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, this is a must-win
16-16.
match for the bouncers. Great spot there by Todd Fote. The bouncers take the lead.
17-16.
Getting a little bit swirly out here. Ball is moving quite a bit off the bounce. Gotta keep those feet moving. Wow. Great stretch there by Todd Fote, but even better on Emily's end to get out of the way and trust her partner, let him take that ball. Just a little bit short there. Great shot by Michelle.
18-18.
18-all.
Great two-handed backhand by Emily Cedarquist. Really
Yep.
finding her groove in this mixed match.
And I feel like we're having some
19-18.
pretty short points here. It's kind of like whoever pulls the trigger first. That's in. Oh, just long.
Yeah, it does seem that whoever pulls trigger first is ending up on top.
19-19.
Wow. Great ball movement by Emily, pushing Michelle out wide, almost catching her behind. But Michelle did a good job of defending there, just making them play one more ball.
Wow, very
It's
aggressive
that forehand
dinking.
dink again. Wow. I don't know how Wyatt Stone did not hit that ball. I think he swung at it, but luckily he missed it. Ball went out.
21-19.
21-19 for Chicago Slice.
Great defense from the Slice. Todd saying, I missed it.
$22-19.
Todd's doing a great job of kind of being a big presence there in the middle. Emily's doing a great job of kind of setting him up with her forehand dink. That's working very well. That was a very close ball. Emily's struggling a bit there, getting pushed back by Michelle Esquivel.
Yeah, sometimes it's tough in mixed doubles to redirect up the line because so many guys have these one-handed flicks. So you really have to hit a perfect redirect so that the guy isn't able to be offensive.
And we have a game point for Chicago Slice at 24-20. Bouncers with the timeout. So if you're the bouncers here, Megan, what are you kind of thinking here? Just what's your thoughts?
Well, I would say that the bouncers just honestly need to just dial in and be solid. Kind of, I know we were saying that the person who's, oh, we've got a plane flying over. We're saying that the team that's been more aggressive has been more successful, but I do feel like in times like this, you kind of want to wait and work the point and wait for them to maybe try and be a little overambitious since they're ahead. Really just focus on the fundamentals, get a deeper turn, and make it more difficult for them to get into the kitchen. So deeper turn, try and keep them back.
Yeah, for sure. I think maybe extend the points, make them a little bit long, be a little more patient and consistent. We'll see if they can stop them right here. Wow, great answer from Wyatt Stone there. And that's a 3-0. 3-0 for Chicago Slice. And we will not be playing the fourth game since the point in game differential doesn't really matter because they're going to be back playing against each other for game 2. You're going to play 2 out of 3, so all the Chicago Slices do is close out one more match later on this weekend. So everyone tune in. Everyone stay here. There's going to be another match coming up. I'm Yates Johnson with Megan Dazan here in Orlando MLP.
Margaritaville are brought to you by Vulcan. The Vulcan V Pro Flight is the official ball of the Carvana PPA Tour and Major League Pickleball. By Margaritaville, escape to your personal paradise. Stay, play, live and dine in Margaritaville. By Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. By Skechers Pickleball, experience comfort on the court with Skechers Pickleball. And by Hospital for Special Surgery, the official hospital of Major League Pickleball.
Ball in my court, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Chefing in my kitchen, got me trying to get my cake up. Thank God for all this coming to me now straight up.
Dulce Vita Organic Tequila. Tequila, pure and simple.
Michelob Ultra. Superior like beer.
At The Botanist, we always look further, seeing potential where others may not. We sustainably hand forage 22 Isla Botanicals to make a beautifully balanced gin, capturing the essence of our Scottish island home, consciously crafted by our community to be enjoyed by yours. Look further.
Are you looking for more get up and go? A little more rise and grind. Kick things up with blueberries. Blueberries give you the boost you need to get going and keep going.
Everything okay in here?
All good, Dad. Okay. Blueberries are extremely easy to snack on all day long.
Michelob Ultra. Superior like beer.
Since I've been using Leo Rubber, I've had way less problem on my AT band and hips. If I had to describe it in a few words, I would say it's a must, it's effective, and it's stylish.
When the game gets intense, don't let residue ruin your play. Reset, the ultimate solution to bring back the grip, spin, and control to your carbon fiber pickleball paddle. Say goodbye to caked-on gunk and slippery surfaces, and say hello to a paddle that feels brand new. Backed by science and made with love by passionate pickleball players just like you. Experience the Reset difference today. Reset. Play hard, play clean.
Michelob Ultra. Superior like beer.
Ball in my court, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Chefing in my kitchen, got me trying to get my cake up. Thank God for all this coming to me now straight up.
Michelob Ultra, superior like beer.
Leo Rivet has been so good to me. The compression shorts and the compression tights have been a game changer. You play better with it, you feel stronger, and you recover faster. So it's the best.
What's your duper?
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball.
Wherever you are on your pickleball journey, our experts are here to help.
Michelob Ultra, superior like beer.
Ball in my court, high step is a layup. My life like a movie, just keep moving, it's a trailer. Chefing in my kitchen, got me trying to get my cake up. Thank God for all this coming to me now straight up.
What's your duper?
When the game gets intense, don't let residue ruin your play. Reset, the ultimate solution to bring back the grip, spin, and control to your carbon fiber pickleball paddle. Say goodbye to caked-on gunk and slippery surfaces, and say hello to a paddle that feels brand new. Backed by science and made with love by passionate pickleball players just like you. Experience the Reset difference today. Reset. Play hard, play clean.
Are you looking for more get up and go? A little more rise and grind. Kick things up with Blueberries. Blueberries give you the boost you need to get going and keep going.
Everything okay in here?
All good, Dad. Okay. Blueberries are extremely easy to snack on all day long.
And we are back here for our second match of Major League Pickleball here at Grandstand Court. I am Sarah Ansberry with Carson Casey, and we're at the beautiful USTA campus. We have a great match in front of us. The Miami Pickleball Club and Hard Eights. SoCal Hard Eights, pretty dominant, strong team. You got Irina Tereshchenko, you've got Anna Newell right there. I mean, that's some solid play. And also women's right here, Bobby Oshiro and Millie Rain, a team that plays together a lot, train together a lot, and I just think this is going to be a great match. What do you think, Carson?
Yeah, I agree. I'm excited to watch. I think we've got some crafty players on both teams, so it'll be good.
Time in. 0-0.
That entire point set up with Irina Tereshchenko is just kind of scraping in on that forehand dink and speeding it up to Millie Rain and giving Yana Newell the counterattack finish.
1-0.
Little bit of a miss hit there.
One.
But those are tough ones. We're early in the match though.
Yeah, it's also a little windy out here today.
It is, and this is the sun is going down. So right now, Millie Rain and Bobby Oshiro, a little bit of sun still coming into their eyes with a little bit of wind, but that will be going away very soon here. Irina Tereshchenko, one of the biggest legends, more MLP titles. Been playing pickleball just as long as I have, and so she's been around.
3-1.
Just a little bit high off of Rain's paddle, giving Yana Newell that redirect with her backhand.
4-1.
Side out. Point 2. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's a speaker right next to us, so the hopefully that sound is not terrible coming out on the other end.
Point.
Nice hands battle there by both teams.
3-4. Point.
And that's Major League Pickleball right there, like 3 points right off the bat right there. So this game can change very, very quickly. We've also had airport very close to us, so that planes we are going to hear throughout. Got a beautiful site here at the USTA campus in Orlando.
Oh, yeah. Point. 5-4. Football.
Kind of a rare one right there. Kind of surprising.
It's a great setup though.
Yeah. When Millie starts making those speed ups, that's a tough ball to get out of the way of and counter back.
Nice touch.
A little tricky. And, you know, I love Irina, but she's going to get about someone on the sidelines talking during the point, which is tough to get away from here. this is the pattern that we've seen already so far. You know, we're kind of early in this first game, but a lot of cross-court dinking between Newell and Rain, and then one of them is probably going to be looking to redirect that speed up. We just haven't seen much different yet. Keeping really Bobby and Irina out of that point a little bit.
Tied up. 6-7.
Great roll dink by Millie there. In a great spot to the middle of the court.
I feel like we really haven't even started on the points that probably will happen in this game. This is the first match that both teams have played, and we're at women's doubles, which is the first match of the game of the entirety of the match. So these players, I believe, will get consistent. Now we're seeing a little bit more ball movement. They're a little bit more warmed up, and there's just a little bit of height. Newell popping that ball up, and you know, Tereshchenko was ready for that speed up from Millie Rain, but clipping the net, just anything can happen here. I love that Irina kind of turning around, slowing down for a second, kind of trying to get Newell motivated, getting the energy up. And we are back to the cross court between these two. There's that forehand. And this is why Irina Tereshchenko is so great on the right side of the court. She can really reach in, and there wasn't much pace on that ball. It was like neither Rain or Oshiro even moved for that.
7-9. Point 10.
Confident, and when she gets on fire, like, if you see Rain and Oshiro both taking those mid-court speed ups on the fifth shots, I think that's when they play their best. They get a little bit of that crashing into the net, and very hard to handle with that power.
12-7.
Set it up with that great topspin forehand drop.
And that is on the changeover, you know, 12-7 with Miami Pickleball Club up on this. And, you know, we are staying here with our Duper Women's Doubles predictions, which Miami Pickleball Club have the overall probability win of 63% with 5.822 on the Duper highlights, where SoCal Hard 8 is at 5.735. What do you think about that? Do you think that's accurate? Are you putting your money into Miami Pickleball Club, or are you going to go for the underdog with SoCal Hard 8s?
Yeah, I mean, how it's looking now, you'd think it's going Miami's way, but with MLP scoring, with the rally scoring, you can rack up points just a few seconds and then a blink of an eye. It's tied at 13 all, so, I mean, you never know.
I'm just saying, Pat Rolfs, one of the owners for the SoCal Hard 8s, you know, he wants to come up here and get on the mic on this, but I don't know if that's a conflict, but it's a pure entertainment. I love it. I feel like he's got a towel for me or something, but I don't know.
14-7.
I agree. I mean, this is definitely, you've got essentially Oshiro and Millie, you know, Rain play a lot of tournaments right now. Tereshchenko's, you know, primarily playing Major League Pickleball. So these do kind of take effects into our Dupers. The experience on that side of the court is amazing. And I think if Yana Newell can remain consistent, then she's got Irina Tereshchenko next to her, and she can lead her and guide her into beat, which really right then led to a timeout, which I believe was the right decision to kind of stop that momentum after the side change. And we will see if that timeout is going to help this team when we come back.
Michelob Ultra, superior like beer.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball.
Back here in Orlando, Florida, Major League Pickleball at the USTA campus. I am Sarah Ansberry with Kason Campbell. And SoCal Heartaches just came out for this timeout, kind of led by Irina Tereshchenko. Yana Knoll's got a high forehand put away, and hearing Tereshchenko get a little amped up and excited, that's kind of what needs to happen. This has been a fairly low, I'm gonna say super low energy match, which is not what the SoCal Heartaches need right now. I mean, essentially right now, Shiro and Rain, they're just playing uber consistent and getting a little bit more opportunities and taking advantage. And that's fantastic defense from Millie Rain. And that just makes Yana Knoll want to stretch a little bit more into the non-volley zone, causing a footfall. I love this adjustment as well. Tereshchenko came onto the left side of the court. So this is actually something I was thinking about earlier in the match. Throughout the season, they've done that. Tereshchenko's a phenomenal left-sided player, but Rain and was really going backhand to backhand with Yana Knoll, causing a lot of pop-ups. So I think this is a great adjustment. It's going to make Oshiro and Rain change their patterns a little bit. But let me tell you, Irina Tereshchenko in a backhand to backhand dink rally is not going to miss that many balls.
Great point. Little missed volley by Oshiro. Great point overall.
10-18.
Again, just that energy is getting a little bit higher on the SoCal Heartaches side of the court, which means owner Pat Rolfs is very happy right now. And now that right there is what, if Tereshchenko and Knoll can set that play up, that's what they want to do.
19-11.
Now that was all set up by Tereshchenko's left-handed flick, which is, again, one of those things she does so well. She knows how to lead these matches. If anyone can come back, she certainly can.
Just to the backhand flick.
Just putting a little bit more pressure on Miami right now and trying to shift that momentum.
13-19.
And basically what this pressure and momentum is doing is now a team that was super consistent for, really over the 50% of this match so far is now kind of getting some errors, forced and unforced. So you're seeing the movement on the side of the SoCal Heartaches just being so much quicker, kind of more aggressive. I mean, phenomenal speed ups, and essentially look at Terashenko, she's up high, so really important when you're in these counterattacks, hand speed battles, that you're getting on top of the ball. And essentially Irina was able to hit down on that ball while there's Rain and Shiro kind of pushing back and then causing that arrow. Fantastic shift of energy and momentum. So maybe you're right, Kirsten, maybe this is a different match. Maybe the Heart Eights are gonna pull out. Airplane has gone over, so it's it's something you get used to here. It's a beautiful venue here at the USTA campus. They have a stadium court that was very easy. A couple stadium courts are easy to transition into stadium pickleball courts.
Receivers, no timeout.
And both teams have now utilized a timeout. Oh, that right there, and that kind of. Gosh, they got. I'm not gonna lie, super lucky. It was. Irina had set up a ball that Newell really could have poached, and she just did not even move for that ball. So I really, honestly thought that point was over. But that again kind of shows you what happens at Major League Pickleball. But that time, Lily Rain was ready and went inside out behind Irina Terashenko. But now we're in a 3-point game, 4-point game. It's still a lot better than what on that changeover. So you see that adjustment that Millie Rain, on average, I think is going to go cross court more often on that backhand, and she doesn't want to do it with Irina Terashenko. So, like I said a little bit ago, she's had to change her patterns. So now she's going down the line, which may cause a couple errors just like that. And again, I really felt like Newell had opportunities to be counterattacking those balls, and essentially what it did was just allow them to kind of keep attacking. Again, I mean, I got to admit, Irina Terashenko's done a lot to turn this match around, but I think Yana Newell's just doesn't seem like she's playing super confident behind those balls.
22-17.
And both teams are hitting some pretty nice short slice returns, which do make it trickier to drive that ball, but they're still being very successful with it. I feel like that was a speed up from Newell where it was maybe a little forced.
I think she had an opportunity, maybe 2 balls earlier to
I agree.
flick that one out of the air. A couple balls late.
Gosh, that's a second footfall call on Yana and on a match point. That's, I really felt like there was a shift there. I did think that Heart Eights was going to come back and take that, but that just gives SoCal their first loss. And Miami Pickleball Club at 1-0, we will have men's doubles coming at you when we come back after this commercial break.
The 2024 MLP Playoffs by Margaritaville are brought to you by Dulce Vida Tequila. Tequila, pure and simple. By Nobilo Sauvignon Blanc, New Zealand's finest Sauvignon Blanc. By the Botanist Isla Dry Gin, distilled with 22 wild botanicals. By Malk, premium plant-based milk, clean, organic, delicious. By Blueberries, the official fruit of Major League Pickleball. Grab a boost of blue. And by Vulcan. The Vulcan V Pro Flight is the official ball of the Carvana PPA Tour and Major League Pickleball.
Michelob Ultra, superior like beer.
Introducing Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball. They're ultra lightweight and responsive for incredible speed. They have Goodyear rubber outsoles with a specialized pickleball design for increased side-to-side stability and agility. Plus, they feature shock-absorbing foam and Skechers' famous relaxed fit design for incredible comfort game after game. Conquer the court in comfort. Skechers Pickleball, the official footwear of Major League Pickleball.
Michelob Ultra, superior like beer.
The quality of our choices affects the quality of our lives. So when it comes to how you move, you choose to see a doctor or the #1 orthopedic specialists in the world, backed by a team who custom-tailor your treatment. Do you choose to live with limitations or live life to the fullest by going to the place that's #1 at getting people back to what they love? Choose better, move better. HSS.
Time in.
And we are back here at Major League Pickleball. This is our second challenger match of the day. We've got Miami Pickleball Club, SoCal Heartaches. We are in Orlando, Florida. Miami Pickleball Club is up currently 1-0. I'm Sarah Ansberry with Kaysen Campbell. That is something I feel like we're going to see from on-seeds quite a bit. He's got that nice forehand flick. It's just such good reach. And I'd say Cleef is, I think, one of the most well-rounded, kind of a newer player in this last year, but let me tell you, he's one of the most athletically talented men I've seen play out on these courts.
It's going to be a very fun match. We've got some very crafty players on the court with Max Manthau, Eric Onsens. I feel like they actually have a very similar matchup.
Absolutely, and they've got Eric Lang, very clean, very controlled, consistent. Both, big reach on both. We've got a little bit of a verbal warning from our referees. And let me tell you how tough this job is for them out there. Most of them are both at PPA and MLP events, out on their feet all day, longer than us. I just feel
4-0.
Miami is going to be tough to beat. These two are just, when they're on, I just feel like it's very, and I actually believe I watched them play in Virginia Beach. And if Eric Lang can get solid, maybe get a little big in the middle and just make some clean shots, I think that's most definitely a need.
1-4.
like that. He's definitely has, if he can stay aggressive, play within himself, then he can be an unstoppable force for SoCal Heartaches.
2-4.
That was, I mean, if you're going to try to drive past Khalif, it's got to be almost perfect.
Yeah, Max was a bit out of position on his back foot to try and hit that drive.
And I think it can happen a lot where players looking to poach go too early, go too far too fast without kind of thinking so much, and that can be very tough on a positioning standpoint.
6-2.
I love that. Phenomenal cross-court drop shot, really just setting him up to accelerate through that fifth shot.
7-2.
I mean, that's a 7-2 very quickly in this match. And they really have to keep doing things like this, taking a little bit longer in between points, try to slow down that rhythm. I also do think this is an interesting part about Max Manthal's game is he will start further back and he wants to move forward with his returner. I just feel you've got Lang and Manthal both trying to play the middle of the court, and that's just not super effective.
9-2.
But on Cease and Khalif, they are okay with every speed up and hand speed battle. So if I'm Lang and Manthal, I don't think you have a choice but to slow down the points, dink a little bit more, and try to build it before letting them in.
10-2.
Just there's that thing where I get like let's if you know something's working or you know it's a play that's going to work, then yeah, you're going to lose a few, but still go for it. But here it is not working, and they simply have to change what they're doing. And it's kind of that same thing. What I loved about that is, you know, this is where players get caught a lot trying to play the middle, is Eric shifted over to go look like he's going to poach, and Khalif caught him as he was moving and onto his forehand side. Because Eric's essentially prepped for a backhand, and now going to that right hip, it's almost impossible to get. So we're at 13-2. Let me tell you, in MLP, that's not a good sign to have this big of a differential. But, and I mean, look at these our duper predictions right here. So the SoCal Heartaches are predicted 66 win probability. So what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, all great players on the court, but yeah, like you were saying, when you have these two players, Noe and Eric, when they're on, I mean, Eric's hand speed's phenomenal. Noe's so consistent. So
Eric on Saints.
Eric on Saints, his hand speed's phenomenal, and Noe's just gonna make balls and let Eric get big in the middle. So, I mean, yeah, it's gonna be a tough one to come back from. I think Eric and Max are gonna, yeah, really have to manage their time, slow it down, and just try to find something that'll.
So mind you, Adam Stones is the SoCal Heartaches coach. Adam Stone, husband of Corinne Carr, definitely some pickleball royalty. So if you're going to get some advice, Adam Stone is going to be the guy. Strategically, just super intelligent and respectful, and but I'm just not seeing much change right now. And there's a lot of frustration on this side of the court. Okay, that might be the first ball that we've seen Khalif miss this game. So we do have all of hard eights kind of near them, trying to get them going. And that's, I mean, honestly, it's a lot of guys get stuck in this where they, like Oncinis just did, looking to kind of block for a backhand, but then they don't have room to move for a forehand. And so we've got a little bit of momentum here. We're kind of doubling the score right now.
5-14.
And you can see how much longer they're taking between points. They're really trying to slow down the momentum of Oncinis and Khalif.
I think with that drive, Max did it 2 times in a row. He hit Noe a little bit outside of his left shoulder. It's definitely a lot harder to hit a backhand out wide than it is like from inside your body. So I think if they're going to drive, they need to go a little bit Noe's left shoulder instead of right at him.
You.
Oh, and again, that's just not a... Yeah, but I think what the smart thing that Lang and Van did was stay back. They didn't try to force their way to the net like they've been doing this entire match, and just, it's okay to play defense for a minute and make them hit a few more balls.
And big forehands by Eric there.
So that's the changeover. We went from 2 to 8, so this is a huge benefit, getting a little bit more consistent. I like the drop shot. I just feel like that's the right shot right now. Again, like I said, getting them to build a point a little bit more. And let's just say the driving is not working, and it's okay to drop a third and drive a fifth. I think a lot of players get really stuck in, I've got to drive a third and drop a fifth, but you know, number one, change up your rhythm, change up your patterns. Do not get your... It's the first day, and we've got the ladies in the corner on the opposite side of the court all rooting for SoCal with their cheers, and that is the great thing about Major League Pickleball. We've got a lot of high energy and great fans out here for sure.
All right. 15 seconds.
Let's see if the hard eights can keep this little run going coming out of the timeout from Miami.
I think it's a great use of that timeout from Miami.
9:15.
Just a few forced errors. And now we're at 5 points, which is not too bad.
Here. 12, 15.
They're still, that's a point that Miami definitely needed, and just to get that ball back and start feeling more confident again.
16-12.
I mean, now we're at a 3-point difference. I love that forehand dink that Oncinis has for that left side of the court, really pushing Mantha off the court. And I gotta stress again, look how many forehand dinks are being taken. They're moving around, trying to take that as a forehand. So, you know, a lot of people out there are watching. The tendency for players is they go for way too many backhand dinks. That forehand just gives a lot of maneuverability, a lot of options, a lot of disguise. It is worth looking to take. And that's a fantastic angle from Lang. That right there shows
the way to use his height.
Yeah.
13-17.
There you go, got a little bit of momentum.
I think that's the spot I was kind of talking about earlier, where you're driving to Noe's outside of Noe's left hip and shoulder area. I think that's the spot to go to.
I mean, but then that's exactly what he did, and we're still getting the counterattack. So again, it is definitely timing. I'd be looking at the right hip more than anything, honestly, because they're all, he's so leaning towards his backhand that. So right there, that's a great speed up that Max Manthauer went to his right side. So he's chicken winging to respond to that. And now it sets up that. Now, what I would have liked was Manthau being more ready to counter that when he hit that speed up to look to finish on the next ball. He kind of hit that ball and like was waiting to see what he was doing. And that right there is simply team momentum. That's a team that was leading massively and suddenly have a lot of pressure on them because it's a lot closer. Now we're in a 2-point game. And let's be real, confidence can kill you on the court. So that was a move that's the same thing. We're seeing this drive a lot, but where we get caught is if the drive isn't perfect and you're crashing all the way in, then you may be leaving a lot of the court open. And I really want to stress they're really pushing Max out of the court. Trying to really keep Eric out of that center space too, and Max out of the middle, but Eric being able to reach in, Eric Lang reaching in was huge.
Just threw him off there with that speed up down the middle.
Phenomenal defense. And there he is, and I think it happens all the time. People get caught, they play great defense, and then they try to rush to the line. But that was just kind of bad timing right there. Lang got to the line right when On-Seats was going to speed it up, so he used that positioning against him. And that is exactly why they've been playing to Max Manthau's backhand and trying to pull him off the court, because you do not want to give him that forehand in the middle.
19-20.
And that's a ball looked like Manthau probably could have been the one to come in and take, but Lang kind of tried to reach in with that backhand. I think that's a little bad luck for Hard Eights, which gives Miami a little bit of good luck finally.
22-19.
Again, that's kind of the speed a lot of players when they're rushing up to that line and, you know, their paddle's kind of towards their backhand of the body. That is the time to drive at them because they don't have their feet under them and they're stopping in the ball instead of accelerating. So a phenomenal shot from Cleef. And so that is causing Hard Eights to call timeout. I think it's a great timeout. It's a 4-point game. So, and this is, I mean, it's definitely a huge shift. It could be anybody's game. But I think saving that timeout till now, super wise from Miami. Getting a little advice from Coach Johnny Goldberg. When he's not coaching, he's lawyering. And it is getting chilly out here. Players outside, everyone's kind of bundling up a little bit. About 2 days ago in Florida, it turned into winter. So.
It's a bit of a different speed up than we're used to seeing going cross court. Throwing on seams off a little bit to get us easy ball for the next one.
Super smart from Khalif, really slowing down that fourth shot, not allowing Lang to kind of come in and be aggressive with it, and pulling him out of the middle. Fantastic play. I absolutely love the change in tactical. They went back, they slowed down the point, they hit some thirds, they had some phenomenal movement to the point. They weren't just going to max mount though anymore, they were trying to play, open up Eric, because he's so tight in the middle, so pulling him out to his forehand, opening up that court, and now we are at a 1-1. So these mixed doubles matches, these are going to be super important.
I think we're at 2-0 for Miami.
You are right. I'm completely wrong. This is actually really important because if Miami wins this one, we do not play a fourth. So this is kind of a no-loss situation, the hard eights. This mixed lineup is really important, so we will see what that looks like after we come back from this break.
The 2024 MLP Playoffs by Margaritaville are brought to you by Vulcan. The Vulcan V Pro Flight is the official ball of the Carvana PPA Tour and Major League Pickleball. By Margaritaville, escape to your personal paradise. Stay, play, live and dine in Margaritaville. By Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. By Skechers Pickleball, experience comfort on the court with Skechers Pickleball. And by Hospital for Special Surgery, the official hospital of Major League Pickleball.
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
What's your duper?
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
And we are back here in Orlando, Florida at the USTA campus. I am Sarah Ansberry with Carson Casey, and we've got the Miami Pickleball Club and SoCal Heartaches in this challenger match where Miami leads 2-0. So this is a must-win for Terashenko and Manthau. Both teams want to really put out their best mix for this because it's a, for Miami, this is a let's win and be done. And so we're prepared for tomorrow, and for Heartaches, this is let's win and give us a chance to go to a super tiebreaker.
Great roll dink by Bobby O'Shea there.
2-0. Point 1.
And I think this is, you got Terashenko, solid mixed doubles player. So is Oshiro. Where Manthau and Cleef, probably the newbies on the court, essentially, but still super solid, super athletic.
3-1.
And great movement from Oshiro, really pulling Manthau behind, opening up the court.
Four, 1.
And just a little luck, but you know, so far we're seeing the Ernies both from the guys in this match.
5-1.
Great start for Miami.
A two-handed backhand to ATP. And again, I think that's something that happens a lot with that ATP. Players get stuck kind of in that backhand to backhand dink. The ball gets a little bit too sharp. Another reason why we talked about in the last match, why using that forehand is super beneficial. I mean, just phenomenal body control from Cleef.
Six, 2.
And just obviously frustration coming from Terashenko right now. And honestly, who wouldn't be? You're in this match, you really have to win. And down 2-7. I really like how Cleef lets Oshiro take a lot of those thirds, allowing him to come forward and really put a lot of pressure at the net.
3-7.
And that's something from Oshiro that you do see a lot. What she does very well on that right side is kind of reach in, and you know, she's not super tall, but she uses her length as well as anybody. And there's that forehand flick through the middle from Manthau. And again, I think that's just timing. Great defense, but Cleef had just kind of been, oh, I can go in now. And that is just getting Manthau the spot right behind him as he's moving to come forward.
It's interesting to see Irina use the lob serve, but she actually uses a will. I think they get short returns that they're able to drive, and weren't able to take advantage of it there, but I do like the lob serve.
It's the biggest benefit on that when you've got someone with a good slice return, a lob serve is going to actually make that slice bounce a little bit higher. Even if they still slice it, you're still going to actually get a little bit more height, which is a huge benefit of that lob serve.
Bit of a lucky miss hit, I think, there from Bobby, but ended up dropping in.
11-4.
And gosh, that just looked like complete kind of a mistiming from Terashenko. Looked like her foot kind of got stuck on the ground.
12-4.
And I feel like that was a little bit of a we're up 12-5 kind of attack from the heels.
12.
I mean, really good spacing. Bobby Oshiro was able to get out of the way and kind of turn that ball into a counterattack, but Khalif wasn't really ready for that ball to come at him, so great adjustment. Bobby took that lob serve and just took it at a super high contact point and was able to move in behind that well. Really de-escalated that shot right there. And on this changeover 13-6, we are going to see our Vulcan shot of the day. And look at that solid ball movement, just great point structure. And that's when you see a player like Oshiro and Khalif, you just intelligent plays, the focus on, they know where the ball's going, they're setting up those few shots. It's not like a random kind of athletic. And Manthau and Terashenko, I think Manthau especially really is, I think, better in chaos. And that can be tricky, whereas Terashenko knows where the ball is going to go, really has a plan. She's a great set of combos. I mean, this is a match that really could go either way. I don't feel like the Hard Eights have had the best night tonight. Wow, that ball, like, I mean, from my angle, I could not believe the spin. Like, that ball dips so quickly on both sides.
Almost gets the same shot there, just missing in the top of the tape. Yeah, we've seen with the first two matches similar score lines with the Hard Eights being down, but they were able to fight their way back pretty close in the first two, but weren't able to take it. So,
and there's that shot from Bobby Oshiro, just kind of inside out. She doesn't miss a lot. It'd be great. I would love if the Hard Eights were able to kind of step back into this match and play to the way they can. I think Terashenko knows that, and they're both frustrated with that. And if they could just get a couple of points go their way, that this momentum can absolutely shift.
9-14. Side out. Point 15.
So much spin on that ball.
15-9.
I mean, let's not lie. We got two Yola paddles on this side of the court. So, and it is getting chilly, so just remember that ball does change in the cold. It's going to be a little bit faster out there. And going for that two-handed around the post again. Not as much room on this side of the court as there is on the other. Maybe a little bit, but
16-9.
and you can see it. Oshiro's got a pattern. Terashenko knows it, but it's I think also that can be tough because, you know, Manthau really has to be ready for that forehand in the middle. And so recognizing that ball's coming back at you like that is super important. I really think that's experience more than anything.
Yeah, Cleef there, try out the lob serve. Worked in his favor.
And I know Bobby's cold out there that the high five from Khalif actually hurt her. But they are feeling good. That is, the Hard Eights are calling that timeout. 18-9. I mean, you're down half of the score. You're down 0-2. Miami's confident. They feel good. And we've got the cheer squad. They're trying to get it up. I love to see the Hard Eights just get consistent here, start making some balls and come back a little bit slowly.
15 seconds. Receivers, no timeouts remaining. Servers, 1 timeout. Time in. 18-9.
Be a little bit of a timing error, but that's good. I mean, that's anything that the Hard Eights can get right now is going to be good. And just great deep return off that ball. I mean, basically baseline to the net. I mean, that's a phenomenal shot from Oshiro.
19-10.
See if that'll change some things sometimes with those net cords. You never know, it can be a change in momentum.
It's good clean living is what I call that. And again, just I think the guys are getting a little bit caught on timing, trying to rush in on balls that they're not really in a position to rush in on. We saw that in our previous match in the men's game. And just the way that that ball is dipping, and I will admit, we've had a lot of net cords. I mean, Terashenko defended that ball very well, but just was not ready for that net cord on the next one. And that's a ball in women's doubles. Bobby would be speeding up with the swing volley, whereas in the person in front of them, but right there in women's doubles, she's probably not going to be attacking that at mixed Manthau. Gosh, and you can see Terashenko knows where, and that's what I appreciate about her game. She knows where the ball's going to go before I think some of the other players do on the court. And so she's always in the right position to cover. She's got great defense.
22-12. Side out. Point 13. Yeah. 13-22.
Great forehand drive by Manthau there, getting it below the net.
14-22.
And just a couple of easy points right here for the Hard Eights.
15-22.
And he had an opportunity. He most definitely did. He could have gone for the middle on that, but he played that, tricky shot. So Terashenko called that out, and so Cleef immediately throwing his finger up to challenge that ball. And Terashenko's even kind of saying, I called it before it bounced. You may be right. But, honestly, making them use the challenge, that's a veteran move right there. That's fine. Use that challenge. Take that time. Oh gosh, that
does look out.
It does from our end, but it is going to be the referee that looks at the challenge, and they will look at the angles until they make a clear decision. If it is a clear overrule, they will not overrule it unless they're 100% sure. I do believe that was pretty fast, and that call is probably going to stand.
The ball was out.
Yep.
So the call stands. Miami Pickleball Club, you have 2 remaining challenges. SoCal, you have 3 remaining challenges. 15 seconds.
Yeah, and they don't believe it until Johnny Bolgers goes on his phone and sees the replay, and immediately, yes, you are correct. When you see that ball, it is definitely out.
Point, 23. Point.
Unlucky bounce for the hard eights. Gives us match point for the Miami Pickleball Club.
16.
Every match so far, it's only taken 1 match point to close it out. So let's see if the hard eights can change it here. And that is it. And sometimes we have this thing called the commentator's curse. It worked out for us in that one.
17-24.
And that's a fantastic. Oshiro knew it before she just was caught moving the wrong way, and a fantastic redirect from Max Mathau. And again, I thought it was a great move, and they're kind of looking for it. It did look like it went out there. I think they're trying to decide if they're going to challenge it. And they are going to challenge it. I think it's worth it, honestly. It gives them a match point. They've got a challenge, and at least
not a bad time for a timeout.
And from our end, I couldn't tell for certain. I would probably need that slowdown. Looking at it on the court from the commentary book, it looked like it might have hit. That camera is gonna, I think the contact point is behind the line. It does look like it slightly went out. Let's see, he's made that decision. And these ones, the head referee goes over, whereas like a PPA tournament, they have a third referee. And gosh, that was overruled. And Bobby Oshiro, I'm not gonna lie, I've played with Bobby many times. She's a friend of mine. She is like overly safe on line calls. She gives them away all the time. And that's, she was joking. She's already gotten overtold twice in Dallas. So that's a tough one. That's a super, super tough one to see. So mistakes happen. I think most of the time they're not malicious. So it was definitely not in that situation. And just so unfortunate from Terashenko. She had the right play, the right move, and now we have another match point for Miami. such a patient point with, I think, Bobby O'Shea was kind of waiting for that speed up and ready to go, and that gives a 3-0 finish for the Miami Pickleball Club. Some matches turned out maybe that we not thought, but that's okay. I think that's what MLP is. So we are finishing off with this first day of play here, and it is getting cold enough where I think everybody's ready for these matches to finish. So I am Sarah Ansberry with Carson Casey, and we are signing off for tonight from Major League Pickleball at USTA National Campus here in Orlando, Florida.
The 2024 MLP Playoffs by Margaritaville are brought to you by Dulce Vida Tequila. Tequila, pure and simple. By Nobilo Sauvignon Blanc, New Zealand's finest Sauvignon Blanc. By the Botanist Isla Dry Gin, distilled with 22 wild botanicals. By Malk, premium plant-based milk, clean, organic, delicious. By Blueberries, the official fruit of Major League Pickleball. Grab a boost of blue. And by Vulcan. The Vulcan V Pro Flight is the official ball of the Carvana PPA Tour and Major League Pickleball. The 2024 MLP.
We are
Major League Pickleball.
We are MLP.
We are Major League Pickleball.